Hi, I'm Adnuntius Sarhanis. I'm the CEO of Adnuntius Australia. I'm mostly a developer, but I do a whole bunch of other things as well, including making this video, which is all about getting you interested in working for Adnuntius Australia. Now, we've been going for over 5 years. We are the research and development arm of Adnuntius, and we do all the software for the Adnuntius platform. Now, Adnuntius is a Norwegian company. They're our parent company, and the Adnuntius platform is a monetization platform. Now, what that means is we enable any kind of publisher, whether that be of a website, podcasts, or apps, to monetize their online content. And by monetize, we mean getting any kind of ad or paid content to be placed within their online properties. Now, as you can imagine, there's a whole bunch of complexity, a whole bunch of bells and whistles involved in all that. And the 6 of us in Australia, we do all the software to manage that complexity and maintain a great service. There's 5 of us based out of Melbourne, another based out of Queensland. We're all very senior developers. We've got a whole heap of experience, and we bring all of that experience to bear in molding and shaping this magnificent beast that is the Adnuntius platform. Now, we have a whole heap of autonomy. There are no project managers, there are no business analysts, there are no testers, there are no overall kind of technical architects. It's just us, and we've garnered a whole heap of trust from the business over the last 5 years, and that's due to our continued success in molding and shaping this Adnuntius platform. Now, I can show you here one of our customer websites. It's Scotland Just Nu, which is a Swedish newspaper, and these ads come directly from the Adnuntius system. Now, those ads would have been loaded on a page such as this one, which is an advertising campaign or line item page. And an ad request comes through, and there's a whole bunch of advertising campaigns over here. And based on things like targeting and prioritization and other kinds of parameters, we choose the most suitable ad for that ad request, and most importantly, the most profitable, and have that served up with that ad request. Now, that whole round trip from browser back to the ad server and back to the browser again, we do that in 50 milliseconds, 24/7. Now, I can show you here one of our monitoring pages for our ad serving. So we've got here over 1,600 impressions a second, and that's being served within Europe right now. Now, most of our customers are based out of Europe. That's because the business is based out of Norway. But we serve a whole bunch of places as well, because we've got a sales team spread throughout the world. And so you can see here Turkey has a lot of traffic, as well as North Africa and the Middle East more generally. And we also have another data center to serve our Asian customers as well. Now, most of our code, our core code, is written in Java. So I can show you here. This is one of our REST API endpoints. And all of that kind of Java code is organized into services. It's not quite a microservices architecture. It's I suppose you'd call it a sensibly sized services architecture. And all of those services are deployed throughout the world using Ansible, which is a nice way to automate all of that. As you can imagine, from any good software house, we have a continuous integration environment. We use GitLab for that. And we can see over here that Jason has pushed his branch to GitLab, and that's run through all of our builds. And we can see here it's passed the quality build, which is all the static analysis, passed all the unit tests, and passed all the system tests. And because it's passed all the builds, it could merge into master, which Jason has proceeded to do. You can see here too, here's one of our system tests. It's written in Python. Python is a nice flexible language, doesn't come with all the heaviness of Java, so it's really good for system tests. We also have a couple of UIs that we manage ourselves. They're written in Angular as single-page applications. We have a whole heap of unit tests for them as well. And we have a browser test repo, which does all of our automated browser tests using Jest, so that we can catch any regressions in the UIs before they are deployed into production. Are we're very confident in our tests, so much so that if anything merges into master, we're more than happy to deploy it. These are our deployments for today. Today being a Friday, so we're not scared about deploying on a Friday. We're more than happy to. We've got that much confidence. We've got dev, staging, and production environments. That's so that we can catch any kind of problems in our deployments before we head into prod. And we publish all that on Slack. Now, Slack is a very important communication tool for us, and that's because we're a remote organization. We all work remotely, and we can see here a conversation between Jason, Miles, and Rich about a whole bunch of Java 11 things and Docker containers. Yeah, that's what probably the primary means we use for communication. We also do video chats whenever necessary, and once a quarter we get together IRL, I suppose you call it, in real life, as the kids say, we get together, hire some office space, work together, get on a whiteboard together, and also eat and drink together. And that's kind of a catch-up, both technically and socially, which is really important. Now, we also are in constant communication with the business based out of Norway and all of the sales teams throughout the world and select customers that we have special relationships with. We kind of keep track of all of our tasks and our roadmap using Trello. I can't click into any of these boards because some of that is commercial in confidence kind of stuff. But yeah, we have kind of a loose agile process that we use to manage our tasks and kind of prioritize them as we go. Now, we have more work to do than we have people to do it, and that's why we're expanding. That's why this video is here. We're trying to interest you and get you interested in working for us. If all of this sounds exciting, drop us a line. We're looking for self-starters, people who can get an outline for a feature and kind of figure it all out and take it all the way to deployment and watch it in use and have a little bit of pride in seeing it being used. We're pretty loose. We're not very strict in our processes. If all of that sounds appealing, if the tech we're using sounds appealing, please drop us a line, get in contact, and we can take it from there. So thank you, and have a good evening. Cheers.